Hey guys, how are you doing? So, as usual, today I'm streaming in English, so unfortunately no Polish language today. Okay, maybe I'll do it if you're gonna ask nice. So, flag to flag, and here we go with F1, and we are on the road Atlanta, as you can see. So, I've been here only once, I think. Only once. Yet, I think that one of the most interesting tracks in the GP. It's not that long, it's rather short, but yet, I mean, everybody was saying that actually you need to stay focused all the time on the track, 'cause it's not easy. Uh, so, as always, I will start from my little description of the track. So I had a little chat with CEO of the FTF, and basically, if something gonna bad happen in the next stream, so that will be the next week, there will be a safety car, and the safety car is, just to show you, this beauty, and the safety car will be driven by me. So if something bad gonna happen, there will be this red flag, let's say, and I will be on the track. So for example, for 2 laps, and then guys will continue. So I think that will be actually fun, because I never had a offer like that. So that'll be interesting. But that's for the upcoming week. For now, everything should be okay. So let's focus. What times we got here? And RBG is 58 seconds, 0.8. Oh, 58 seconds, 0.0 as for CMR. So the guys are really close over here. So okay, let's go back to the track. So corner number 1, Nightmare? No, I wouldn't say so. I think that actually first corner is not so bad. The worst part comes after it. So we got the S's, so the chicane. That's the problem, especially that you have you're going downhill from the corner number 3. You're just going downhill, so you just need to keep that in mind, that track is not really flat. So that you need to be always in the driving mind, that need to be aware, especially when, let's say, there is a yellow flag. The car could be after the hill, and that would could lead to many problems. But the only part I'm concerned is the SS. That's it. I don't think so there will be any problems after it. So we got the 6 and 7. Should be all okay. The problem is, what it can be, is the pit stop. So as you can see, turn number 11. And the thing is that you're going uphill and then straight away downhill, and then you need to just go right to just go to the pit stop. So that's the part when you just need to remember just to not miss it. So keep your fuel tanks ready for it. And number 12, nothing special. So I don't think so that Road Atlanta will be any problem for drivers. It should be all okay. So it really depends on what's gonna happen on the S's, and maybe I'll just change the camera for the full screen now. And we gotta see the times, and CMR so far is on the lead. Hey, up to 0. How you doing? Somebody's actually waiting for. Let's Church in maybe Deacon. So unfortunately in the UK we have a flu, so actually a lot of our drivers are ill, so they're unable to show up today. But yet we have another week, so there is an invitation for you. So in the next week there will be another race, and as I said, there will be a possibility for a safety car that I'm gonna drive. So I mean, not that I want to drive that car actually, but still, that would be really interesting. So we got 7 minutes left, and CMR so far is on the lead. I don't think so. So I'm gonna change. Power 6 on 5th place, and Freebies. Oh, so much better than CMR. So he make it actually, and so Freebies is on the 1st place so far. I'm gonna see how we're gonna look like later, but. Actually, I want to show you something, and that's about that car. See the reflections? I just noticed. Attention to details. Yeah, unfortunately, the first camera will be behind the fence. I guess that's for the safety reasons. I can complain, but still. The visibility is not that good. So you can see the SS, and when you're going actually downhill, just people need to be really focused on what they're doing there. And as I said before, the track is really short, so I think that the top 2 people will actually catch up rest of the drivers really fast. So we're gonna see how it's gonna go. As I heard, softs are actually better than ultras, so it's a bit different than in the race before. That was on the spot track, as I remember. So a different strategy. Also, I heard actually a few strategies how to actually go through that track, and every single one of them was different. So. It really depends on the preferences of the driver. So as you can see, that's below 1 minute to get through whole track. RBKO's quite close to the Freebies. So guys actually all working on their times. So let's see how RBK is doing. You don't really see much. Maybe I would change the camera like that, it will be better. Okay, just making sure that's nothing special for me. So 4 minutes left, and so far Freebies in the 1st position. So pole position for him so far, RBK 1 second to him. So Freebies actually didn't make it better. So we can see now the pit stop. So it's not that easy to go there. There is out of braking that we need to go through. So we're still awaiting for other times if there will be any improvement. So 4 minutes, and we've been already, as always, we've been already testing the start just to make sure that nothing bad gonna happen. And as people noticed, it's about the chicanes, but something can go wrong. Freebies making his tires warm. Three minutes, and we're slowly running out of the time. And Freebies, I don't think there's something gonna change here. Okay, I said it before, but still. RPK is really close to CMR, so it's on a 0.2 second difference between them. But CMR is still in the pit stop, so I don't think so that he will actually get used this time that's left. Gokman quite far away, and the rest of it, I'm just not sure what happened. Where is Fausis? I think he was here and he just left. Hope nothing serious. Actually, I can show you something. If I will be able to. So basically there will be a new season in the Assetto League, and I asked one of the guys that he's making skins if he can make actually one for me. So my car for the next season will be Nissan GTR, and looks like something like that. It's still work in progress, so it's not showing the full car. There will be a lot of things I'm gonna show you later, but still, that will be something like that. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more picture. And that will be where I got it. That's it. Yet there is a lot of details that yeah, there are a lot of details that are gonna be changed. Still, you know, this car is just gonna stay in the pit stop, so the GTR in the whole GT3 is the biggest car. I mean, like a really the biggest car. The smallest one is BMW Z4, and that's the smallest car. And GTR is just a huge vehicle, so it's gonna be visible for sure. I like some of it. Okay, so we got 25 seconds left, and Freiby still is on the first place. So as I said, I don't think so something gonna change here. I'm just checking my stream is working right, but I think everything is okay. So this time Twitch, it's not surprising me. So keep it like that. Okay, so we got the overtime now, so we're waiting for other people just to finish their laps. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen on the first lap. I'm very curious. So. I mean, this pink color just... The only good thing about this is that this car is really visible. Okay, so Ali is finishing his lap, and that's it. So Freiby is still on the first place. Nothing gonna change here. So the countdown is now okay, and you can see my car over here. So if something gonna happen in the next race, it's gonna be used. I hope not, no, and I hope it will be used. Okay, let's set up the camera, or maybe I even can do something like that. Yeah. So, really, the cameras, for some reason, are really bad. I can't find anything special. No. The wide angle. Okay. Now we got it. So 1 minute 30 seconds, so we still have plenty of time. So that's the last seconds just to prepare your strategy for the race. As I said, there will be plenty of strategies about the tires and how they're gonna be used, when they're gonna be used. But what I know for sure, softs are actually much better than ultras. So I guess people are gonna just focus on that one. So 1 minute left, and still you can just hear that rumbling. So Road Atlanta one more time. I think that will be a really interesting race, especially that the track is really short. You need to stay focused on it. There is no time to just think about something else or just drink your tea in meantime. You just really need to stick your fingers on that wheel and just make sure everything is right. Okay, 20 seconds. And as you can see, that's my pleasure to announce the second race of the FTF league. Okay, what now? We are waiting for the lights, so we got here a red to nose, and here we go. So far everything looks good, and they are getting closer. Now we just need to make sure everything's okay and everybody fits. I will go to pits just to make sure the hell and but for other people. And Fribis is still in the first place. Gokpen on the second one, just right behind him. CMR is also quite close. RBK even closer. So I think everybody found their driving line, and the Church is attacking. Yeah, he got the place. Oh, but that's bad turn for him. That was a bit too far, and he's going down 2 positions already. So FTF on the 5th, Deacon on the 6th, CMR on the 4th, and RBK is on the 3rd. The guys are actually really close, and we're gonna see if RBK closes at the end. That's for him. So RBK is in the 3rd position. For some reason it's DNF, I don't know what happened. El Gurke is on the 7th. Oh, and we have a problem here. Here Alari got some issues. I think he hit the wall. So that's not gonna end well for him. Gokman is in the pit stop, and CMR really close to RBK. Fribis, I think that something bad happened here. Yeah, that was RBK. He lost 3 positions already. Oh, that's gonna hurt. And there is El Gurke that took him too. FTF just behind CMR. Still we can see a bit of distance here, but he's really close to take it. Oh, and there is a mistake from the CMR, and that's giving FTF a big opportunity to take him. And RBK again. There's something really wrong with his vehicle. 2 positions again. So a really bad race for him, and that's just a 3rd lap. So he needs to stay focused on what he's doing. Church. Let's see that he got some issues with his vehicle, but for now everything is okay. Just behind Ngurka, and he can see the FTF, so and Alari again some issues, and that will be a 2nd time he is out of the track. Jan Fribis now just had the fastest lap, so he's actually running away. I mean, the thing is that still I really don't know the drivers here, so I just can't say about their skill. FTF is in the pit stop already. It's really early for that, so I don't know what he's doing there. Maybe he just forgot to put fuel. That may happen. Still, he got a very nice view, and he sees his opponents. Just the question is, when he's gonna attack? RBK very close, and Gurka. And we can see the attack here, and the RBK. Oh, that was a big difference in the speed, and he easily took El Gurka place. Incredible how he did. I mean, can see the difference now. It's 1 second between RBK and El Gurka. So I don't know. Maybe it's about the strategy. I mean, we could see in the lap there was a 2 seconds of difference between RBK and Gurka. So maybe El Gurka got a different strategy for the race. So I think that's more about getting more fuel, maybe mediums for the tires, and just make much more laps than others. And issue here in this V6. I'll just take him, and V6 again is going to the pit stop. So I guess that there is a big damage for his vehicle. So I don't think it's gonna end well. The previous race he didn't end it actually. Oh, and we got a contact here between Church and El Gurka. Alari again, some issues. And Church took 5th place. Alari again, some issues. So I don't know what is happening there. Maybe just about the grip. Let's see where his Frybe is. So definitely a lead here. 10 seconds of difference between first and second position. So I don't think so that Frybe seems to be worried about anything here. He just needs to do his job. So unfortunately we had some issues here. So Alari and the V6 were the people that actually hit a wall a few times. I guess that was not on the purpose, but it didn't look good. So we got V6 on the last place. Monolith, I think he got some connection issues and just couldn't make it. So I think that V6 need to pray for other pit stops. So El Gurka is in the pit stop now. But we could see that V6 was just behind El Gurka, but there is a lot of difference between them. So you can see the difference in time between them. Church just behind RBK. The question is that is there something for him? The Church prepared something for RBK. You can see that Church is 5th and they're already overtaking Alari, so you can see how the track is very short. So it's really under 1 minute. We got 58 seconds for our laps in the quali. So that really shows how small is this track. I think the Church is awaiting for his chance, but for some reason RBK, I think he just realized what is happening behind him, and now he's trying to run away. And V6, so again some issues. It's another time that he's out of the track. But he was so close to Larry. Now Church is going to the pit stop, and Gokman should go to the 5th place. Same El Gurka. Other things, Larry will change his position, but still. The Frybe still didn't show up in the pit stop. So I wonder what his strategy, how much fuel he actually get there, and what tires he's actually wearing. There's a lot of questions I don't know the answer, but so far Road Atlanta does not have any surprises for me, but you could see that the small mistakes cost a lot, because you don't have a lot of space if you're gonna make any mistake. you're just going to hit the wall in most of the cases. And if you're not gonna hit the wall, something bad's gonna happen anyway. So we can see the difference in the time. So Deacon is really close to CMR. Deacon, stay still. Don't make any mistakes. But I think that he's that person that he actually stays calm all the time. I didn't see many mistakes from his side at the previous race. Comparing to others, yeah, he's a really calm guy. And I think especially in the F1 you just need to worry about so many things. Because first of all, the speed he got, you're driving much faster than any other cars. So compared to GT2, GT3, even the Le Mans prototype, the difference in speed is just huge. Brakes that are much stronger in the F1. And the thing is that if something bad gonna happen, if you're gonna just hit your opponent, then you're done. And there was a mistake. I was saying about that CMR had some issues, and you can just to make sure nothing bad gonna happen, just he used just his brakes just to make sure that will be clear, nothing bad. And RBK used that. So that was a painful loss, and RBK is really close to CMR. And RBK is going for the second position, and he got it, I think. So CMR is really close, and now he closed it. So we got here. So Mercedes is going after Freibies. Yet there's 20 seconds of difference, so not that easy to make it right. So I'm just gonna look now for the difference of time between Freibies and RBK. And looks like that RBK is faster. Okay, so we still got some laps to go, so I'm not gonna bother for now, but it looks promising. Now it really depends on the strategy and how much time RBK will take in pit stop, how much time Freibies will take in the pit stop. Yet Deacon now is very close to CMR. I don't think so. Now Deacon will just will try to make it right. Try to make advantage of his speed. I think it's actually very fast, much faster than CMR. So RBK is on the pit stop, so I was really thinking that it's gonna take a bit longer, but maybe that was that speed. So if RBK didn't have much fuel, the speed comes from that. It was just light. Yet that means that Freibies got much more fuel in his tank, and yet he's the first. It's really strange. It's really hard to say anything about it, but it looks promising. And Deacon, as I told you, the difference in the speed. And oh, Deacon, there is a mistake. So he definitely felt the pressure of the CMR, and that whole work. I mean, that whole lap, he was getting closer to CMR. 5-6 with small issues here, and he's still last for some reason. So Zaliga, that's FTF, flag to flag. I will give you a link. And 506 in the pit stop again. I think that's the third pit stop, and that's not even half of the race. So really bad for him. And yet Deacon is again getting closer to CMR. So still waiting for any chance, but I think that Deacon is having some issues that's not his tempo right now. I mean, I think the whole thing I will see Mar and that he was out of the track. I was trying to say something that he's not gonna make it, and CMR is in the pit stop now. So if Deacon is gonna make it right, if he's gonna be fast enough and he's gonna take pit stop, he might be still just before CMR. So it really depends how many laps Deacon is gonna take. If there will be like say 4-5 laps, I think that would be the optimum for him, just to make sure that he will not land after CMR. So it truly depends on the strategy he made. So we get the half of the race, and I guess that his tires are not that good. Maybe that was the reason that he had some issues with taking the corners. Yet that's on the pit stop, so on their lap. So it really looks interesting about the strategy. And Freiby is still in the first place, and I don't think so anything gonna change. Alari is in the pit stop. 506 actually is lap behind Alari, so that's a huge difference. So let's see how Freiby is doing. So I'm really curious what's the key of the success for Freiby. So, I mean, what is making this right? Because we didn't see it in the pit stop. So for sure he got a lot of fuel in the tank. His tires, no, they're not in a good condition. That's for sure. So when he gonna take a pit stop? Still, Deacon was not in the pit stop too. Freiby was not in the pit stop too. So these two people, I'm still waiting for them. The question is this lap that he gonna make a pit stop? The thing is, how long can you drive? And no, Freiby still is not in a pit stop. Same for Deacon. But I can see that Freiby is taking a little bit slower laps. So his tires are in the bad shape. Because he was taking the best laps, let's say on the 6th-7th lap, so that was the best lap for him, and he was really close to get under the 1 minute, and now we could see almost 2 seconds. I guess he knows that he really need to go to the pit stop, and Deacon is in the pit stop. So I guess that we really need to watch it, and where he's gonna land after that. And that's the question. Oh, that was a bad move. You just get through it. He's going already. And he's after CMR, so unfortunately there's a big difference actually in the time. So I guess the new set of tires for CMR are making a huge, tremendous difference for him. Why actually people are talking to me right now? So as you can see, the new set of tires make a huge difference. So still, this question for me, when Freiby will move pit stop. Let's see the CMR that he's just behind El Gurka. That was so fast. Again, I don't know how these guys are doing it, but we can see the big difference in the speed. Maybe it's just about the setup, maybe it's just about the tires. Or maybe it's just about the skill. Because as I said before, it's just hard to me to compare to other drivers. And Freibis is in the pit stop, so finally his third Ferrari. So that will be on the one pit stop, I guess. So we're awaiting where he gonna show up. That's it, and I think still that will be first position for him. Let's just see the difference in time when the time will catch up. 1 minute? I don't get it. 1 minute, it was 36 seconds. Okay, so we got that. 16 seconds now. So still, I think that Frib is just trying to do his work, and that's it. Just taking a slower player. And again, people are quite far from. So RBK is losing 3 seconds to Deacon, El Gurka 4 seconds to CMR, 2 seconds to Marson and the Gokman, and then we got the huge difference in time. V6 still at the last place, 38 seconds to Alari. It was actually worse, and whoa, what we got here! Oh, that's unheard. That was RBK and I don't know who it was. That was V6. So 2 Mercedes are in really bad shape now. I don't know what happened actually. I was really talking. I just didn't notice until you could see the grass in the air. So 5-6. So he has no grip now. I guess we're gonna have 2 stars. Oh, and again, what he's doing, I mean, really, he has no grip. And RBK is in the pit stop, so I guess there is a lot of damage that need to be repaired. So, I think that's the worst race for 5-6 so far. RBK is going back to the track. So I think that's the last pit stop for him, and he's gonna try to make it the last pit stop. And V6 again, issues and issues. So I don't think so that vehicle is trying to listen to him, and again he needs to take pit stop. Oh, that looks really bad. And Gokman's in the pit stop too. And Church, for some reason, is quite close to Freibis. I don't know if Freibis had any issues, but it looks like. So I would like to see the replays, what happened between V6 and RBK. Possibility of contact is really huge because it was just these 2 guys over there. Deacon 2 seconds behind El Gurka. I mean, he can see him, but he knows it's actually quite far. And with like a 15 minutes left of this race. As I mentioned before, unfortunately a lot of drivers are actually sick, so this code that's going through UK is just it's taking a lot of men lives. Yeah, there's something like men flu. Tournaments are actually joking about. It's really serious. And Deacon is getting closer and closer to El Gurke. I really don't know if I'm saying his nickname right, but it sounds like Ogurke. I wanna say what does it mean. Fauci, I don't know, that was his intention to get some grass. So Deacon's in the third place. So again, behind CMR. Now it's 10 seconds on difference. I don't think so that Deacon would just get enough time to get close to him. Charge for 5 seconds to Deacon. And El Gurke is in the 6th place. 3 seconds behind Cockman. So I think for now we got like this usual F1 race. Nothing's really happening until something bad gonna happen. So I can speak about some things like about the vehicle. So basically we got the Ferrari F1 model, but it's quite special one because it's a bit modified. So besides ERS, so we got a MGU K and MGU H. So it's all for the battery. It's actually a bit modified, so it's not like the Kunos one. But still, I think what we should notice is how complex is this vehicle. So if you're just gonna look at the front spoiler, how it looks like. Or the back of the vehicle. So 56 is again in the pit stop. And just to make sure there's only one DRS zone. Actually on the track there are two, but as I heard that actually the second zone will give a lot of advantage to other drivers, so there's only one zone for the DRS. So it's, I mean, about the vehicle, I mean, we all are used to normal cars, so basically here we got the MGU. So we got this battery that we can use. We can use the engine braking, so we can actually modify it. We can modify how the energy, how the battery is gonna be charged, and how fast. So many of the people were saying that actually, if you're gonna forget what was your optimal setting, and then by accident you're gonna change it, so the battery is not gonna recover as fast as it should be. So you're not gonna lose your speed as fast as you were prepared for. That means actually a lot of troubles for you. So it's more like a LMP when you got the hybrid, you got the petrol engine and you got the electric engine you can charge. So pretty much the same. So I think it's more about these small things. And Alari and VS6, I think VS6 is not gonna take a part in the race already. But Alari again, and some issues here. And we've got only 9 laps to go. So for some reason VS6 decided to just not take I mean, I understand that. The thing is that that was a really bad race for him. Once you're gonna be hit, there's nothing you can do about your vehicle. You just need to go to pit stop, and it's gonna happen again and again and again. That means that you are just out of the chance to actually achieve some position. So 5-6 will be our second DNF in the race. Fribe is still first, and he's below 1 minute. So he's really making it hard for other people. Deacon 8 seconds behind CMR, and Church just behind Deacon. So I guess that Deacon is under a big pressure here. Church a bit faster here. And I think that he's getting that place, so Deacon, no. And Church keep it. So third place for Church, fourth for Deacon. So definitely the Red Bull is faster here. Gokman is 15 seconds behind Deacon, so I don't think so there will be any issue here. Now there's a question that if Church is fast enough to get closer to CMR. So if there will be a 1 second difference on every lap, there is a possibility. So definitely I need to keep an eye on it. But it might be too late for Church to actually make a difference here. Alari again, some issues here. This is just out of the lag here. Bob already 4 seconds behind Church. And Church is 6.3 behind CMR. So it looks like he can make it. He's much faster than CMR. And he could see him. So it truly depends if Church gonna make at least one mistake, that's over him. So he need to make sure that there will be just this whole lap that will be just clean, nothing bad gonna happen, and there is a big chance we're gonna already see 3 seconds, 2.8. That's a speed. So 1 minute and 3 seconds for CMR. And Church was below 1 minute for this lap. But still, he needs to be calm. He can't make any mistake at all. 1.6. I mean, look at that speed. I think that behind the Church there's a Freibis. Yeah, that's Freibis. So 56 seconds difference between Freibis and CMR. Church really close to his opponent. Now there's the question, when he gonna attack? And now we got it. I think he's trying to make something. Okay, not this time. Maybe the SS. But I think that chicane is a really bad idea to overtake your enemy, your opponent. Oh, and a small mistake from the Church. And 1.3. There's a lack of grip there. So 4 laps to go. Now Frybis is overtaking CMR. So there'll be a lap of difference between them. And we got, okay, so these two guys are clean to go. We got 4 laps, 3 actually. So we got only 3 minutes. So the question is, there will be any chance for Church to overtake CMR? So we can see that CMR is much slower than Church. But Church only got one mistake on his account, and the question is that if he's gonna make another one. Because if that's gonna happen, that will be end of it. Still, they're very close, and now CMR is overtaking Frybis for some reason. I think that Church is now a bit confused what is happening there. At 1.2, something is wrong. I don't know what is happening. Come on, Church, you can do it. Only 2 laps to go. So you don't have time to do anything. So that's only Church. That's the only person that can make a difference here. 0.7, 0.8, 0.3. That was a bit a mistake from CMR. And now is the question. I think the Church is faster here. You can see the difference, and he got it. So Church is second. Then the CMR is trying to do it right, and that's the block of his brakes, and that's gonna cost him. So I think that the Church is clean now. And Deacon, he was a few seconds behind Church, and that mistake from CMR. It's not only that he lost his second position, he lost his third position too. And Gokman now is behind him. So that's the question, if something gonna happen here again. But that's the Church. I'm sorry, that's the CMR that's again in troubles. Are you really close? Whereas Frybis is really close to the end. And again, let's see Gokman. And leaders on the final lap, that's the final lap, and Ali is taking that 4th place. No, it's CMR still. These guys are really close to each other. So that's the last chance for Ali. He won't get another chance, so he really needs to make use of it. Deacon's 3 seconds behind Church, so I don't think something gonna happen here, but Gokman, it's really close to CMR. If something gonna happen, it's here. 0.8, CMR is running away a bit. 0.5. And where is Frybis? And Frybis! The second race on Road Atlanta, and that's a win for him. Church behind him, Deacon on the 3rd place. And let's see if something gonna happen here in the CMR Gokman. And that's it. CMR on the 4th, on the 5th, Gokman. El Gurka just behind them. Then we got RBK, Alari, and V6 and Monolith are DNF. So even though it was a quite short track, and unfortunately we didn't have a lot of people here, but still we could see some fight, and actually that was a really good fun. So I can only say that I'm waiting for another race that will be in Germany this time. So next week, same hours, and with a possibility of the safety car. So be aware that something like that gonna happen. And again, on your screen, Freebies. Definitely a winner here. So thank you again. I was Seth Niso. Take care.